you like a ride?
Thanks, I'd appreciate it.
Get in. My name's Jim Sterling. I'm taking over the practice of old Dr. Graham at Lone Jack.
That's fine. That'll make us neighbors, Doctor. I'm Blue Feather.
Oh, glad to know you, Blue Feather.
My father's Chief Yellow Wolf at the reservation.
Been away long?
Just graduated from Carlisle. I'm anxious to get home because my people are in trouble. Find Lone Jack is no place for a tenderfoot.
Well, I'm not exactly a tenderfoot. I was born and raised in the West.
Well, you'll have to be a specialist in bullet wounds. My father writes me that outlaws are riding roughshod over this whole territory.
The young chief didn't wait for the stage. He's coming in a buckboard with a stranger.
Well, that's the stranger's tough luck. We'll have to knock them both off.
Turn at the schoolhouse.
Get down on the floor by your desk now, all of you. Hurry up. About this thing. Come on. Sit down. Now stay down, all of
Get him inside.
Sure thing.
Go help him.
We got Blue Feather. That was our job. Come on.
They're gone.
I didn't expect to be your first patient, Doctor.
Try not to talk till I get this bullet out.
So you're the new doctor. I'm Doris Shannon.
How you doing, Miss Shannon? You can help a lot if you'll take this man's coat off and get me a basin of water while I get my instruments out of the rig.
I'll help you, Doc. I hope you're as good at taking bullets out as you are at putting them in.
Thanks for the help, old-timer.
What do you mean, old-timer? I'm only in the second grade.
You mean you're a pupil here?
I'm a prospector, but I figure learning never hurt nobody. Don't tell teacher I got this. Particular woman. Don't believe in pupils chawing tobacco.
No, I won't mention it to her. Unhitch the team, will you?
Sure.
There. It'll be as good as new in a few days. Wonder why they were gunning for us.
They were gunning for me. Someone is afraid of my plans for establishing an Indian police force to keep order on the reservation.
Well, are there any civil authorities around here?
Of course. There's a marshal and lone jack. But what can he do when outlaws hide on the reservation and federal law prevents him from entering it?
Well, why don't your people just drive these intruders out?
Our braves are afraid to attack white men without definite authority. And unfortunately, there are bad Indians who cooperate with the outlaws in return for whiskey and guns.
Well, if your Indian police force will stop all this, I'm certainly for it.
Thank you. There's to be a meeting at the village tomorrow to discuss the organization. I would be glad to have your support.
I'll be there.
You Indian agent, Mr. Carson. But do nothing when outlaw hide on our reservation. My son come with plan to drive him out. And they try kill him. Now, I do something.
Just what do you propose to do, Chief Yellow Wolf?
We send for blue coat soldiers and drive out these evil men.
I protest. I, see to your medicine man, will speak. I have talked with the spirits of our ancestors. They say, if soldiers come again, Indian must go.
Sita, speak wisely. But the plan I propose will solve our problem without sending for the soldiers.
What is this plan of yours, Blue Feather?
To form a police force, to be made up of the Indians themselves, with power to arrest the evildoers on the reservation and turn them over to the civil authorities.
I don't see how there can be any objection to Blue Feather's proposal. It's perfectly sound and sensible.
Oh, it is sensible, Dr. Sterling. But I have no authority to act on it. Why, an act of Congress would be necessary to arm Indians and give them police powers. That would necessitate a petition signed by the majority of the white settlers.
And be concurred in by the Indian Council.
I answer for council.
I'll have the petition made up and get the settlers to sign it. We'll start a campaign on the local newspaper tomorrow.
Congress to be petitioned for Indian police. Plan endorsed by Lone Jack Town Council. That's why I wanted Blue Feather knocked off. When Cedar first told me about the police plan, I knew it was dangerous.
How'd Sita find out about it?
Steamed open Blue Feather's letters to his father. My Indian accomplices are much more efficient than my white ones.
Well, we'd have gotten Blue Feather if it hadn't been for that Sawbones. They must be teaching them shooting at medical school.
Well, it's his shooting off the mouth that has me worried.
He'll never convince the settlers that Indians can be trusted to wear uniforms and arrest white people.
You're wrong, Brady. I've been sounding people out, and there are plenty in favor of the Indian police.
That's what I've been afraid of. If this thing goes through, it'll mean the end of our setup here.
And with what you take from the government and Brady's men from the ranchers, we've got a gold mine. But if someone should start digging too deep into our business, they're liable to find out you're not really Carson.
Haven't I told you never to mention that? Carson died before he ever got here. I have all of his papers and credentials. And as far as you and everyone else is concerned, I am Carson. We've got nothing to worry about. Cedar's on our side, and he has plenty of influence over the Indians. You handle the settlers. Raid their ranches. Burn their buildings. Terrorize the district so that anybody who signs that petition will know he's committing suicide.
Bunch of outlaws beat me up for signing the petition. They headed on up the valley. Said they was going to stop that petition if they had to massacre the whole territory.
Tex, tell Deputy Turner to get a posse together and hit the road.
Let me have a look at you. You'll be all right. I'm riding with a posse, Marshal.
Come on inside, son.
They're not far ahead.
can't follow them in there. It's an Indian reservation.
You mean we're going to let those murderers escape just because of that sign?
The federal law. I didn't make it, and I can't change it.
Now I can understand how much we need those Indian police. I'll leave you here. Got an errand at the schoolhouse.
This is the spirit rider of the old legend. Many years ago, the Indians believed that they were in danger. And whenever he appeared, they knew that the gods were pleased with them and that their cause was just. Even today, some Indians believe that in time of great danger, this spirit, this phantom rider, will come to their hunting grounds. Oh.
Well, howdy, Doc.
That will do, Nugget. Class dismissed. What news, Jim?
Mostly bad. The outlaws are terrorizing the ranchers to keep them from signing the petition.
I'm afraid there's opposition among the Indians. One of my pupils was saying there's to be a powwow tonight.
About the Indian police?
Cedar the medicine man will speak against it, and then Chief Yellow Wolf will get up and argue for the police. After that, the guards are supposed to give a decision by a sign.
Cito will probably have the guards signed up in advance, on his side. Is the powwow to be held at the village?
In a rocky canyon called the Place of the Spirits. It's sacred to the Indians. No white man's allowed to go there.
The Phantom Rider could go there.
What have you in mind, Jim?
Well, according to your legend, the Indians expect him in time of trouble. They're in trouble right now. If you'll help me rig up an outfit like that, I'll appear as the Phantom Rider at the Place of the Spirits tonight.
It might work. I have some old Indian clothes in my living room. We can fix up a costume, something like that. Come on.
The voices of the spirits have warned me. It is white man's plot to take away Indian's last freedom and drive him from the land of his fathers. If you have Indian police, he will be spies of the white man and will betray his own people. Now let Yellow Wolf, our chief, answer me, and may a sign from the gods decide between us.
Old Yellow Wolf's getting up on...
Sita speaks to you as though you were children, not men and warriors.
Sita has listened to spirits that are evil. He talks of spies, but he does not tell you that the spies are already in your midst.
How long are you going to let the old fossil stand there?
Let him speak his piece. We're supposed to be the gods giving the sign to prove who's right. After they see what happens to Yellow Wolf, they'll be sure to know Sita has the right medicine.
The Indian police will be men of your tribe. They will drive out the evildoers. They will crush this band of outlaws.
Oh, see why Brady delays. Prepared for trouble.
tell you, if you do not stand by your own people, war and destruction will come upon us. I have spoken. Let the Great Spirit decide if I speak truth.
Let the spirit send the sign.
The Phantom Rider! The sign from the Great Spirit!
I am the Phantom Rider, messenger of the Great Spirit known to your fathers in the ancient days of their greatness. The message I bring is that you must obey Yellow Wolf, your chief, for he speaks words of great wisdom and truth. Phantom Rider. The message I bring is that you must obey Yellow Wolf, your chief, for he speaks words of great wisdom and truth.
words of the Phantom Rider are plain, and his medicine is strong. It is the will of the Great Spirit that the Indian police be organized.
The gods have spoken.
We obey your commands.
What's going on down at the Indian village?
Yeah, this Phantom Rider set the chief in stronger than ever, except for a few graves that are still loyal to Sita.
As a medicine man, that seat is a bust. We set the stage for his hocus pocus, and he lets an Indian in a mask steal his thunder.
Well, it's smart thunder. Probably devised by the chief's college-bred son, Blue Feather. There's an old Indian legend about a spirit or a Phantom Rider that appears and helps the Indians whenever they're in trouble. Blue Feather's recreated him to influence the tribe.
So he can sell him on his plan for the Indian police.
So we'll unsell them on the police plan once and for all. I've been doing some more thinking about the Indian police, and I'm convinced Blue Feather was right. It's the only way to cope with the outlaws on the reservation.
But our white brothers did not sign petition to Congress. They were frightened by evil men.
Well, maybe the ranchers and farmers would sign the petition if they could see the way the Indian Patrol would operate.
I'm afraid they'll never have such an opportunity.
Possibly we can give them that opportunity. The allotment money for your people is coming in this afternoon from Railhead on a supply wagon.
Outlaws watch that road. The allotment will never get here.
It will if Blue Feather takes some of his braves and escorts it.
He will give me permission to do that, Mr. Carson?
Not only permission, but my authorization. Give this to the driver of the wagon.
I will meet him at Railhead and guard him all of the way.
You can trust my son. You good friend to India.
Relax. Everything's all set about the allotment money.
Good. Any details for me to handle?
Yes, the Indians have already left for Railhead. You and the men will ride out in time to welcome the supply wagon.
All right, but first we got to get a doctor for Pete. I left him out at Martin's place, and he's getting worse.
Well, the only doc around is that new fellow, Sterling.
How can we get him out there?
I'll send Sparks. He isn't known in town. He'll figure out some way to decoy the doctor.
Okay, I'll meet the Sawbones at the shack. Have the men pick me up there.
I'm Dr. Sterling. Mr. Sparks said his wife is sick.
Well, step in, Doc.
Hold it, Doc.
Walked right into it, didn't they?
Nothing to worry about. If you bring Pete around, we'll give you all our trade.
How long's the bullet been in him?
It's a knife wound.
He's weak from loss of blood. May come around if I can stop that hemorrhaging. Got any water?
There's your boys. Looks like they're anxious to get their fingers on that allotment money.
I'm leaving. See if the doc gets paid off when he finishes.
I'll take care of that, all right.
How's he doing? He's got a fighting chance now that the bleeding stopped. I'll drop this outside. Have to be careful of germs.
You won't die from germs, Doc.
You'll be all right. I'll be back or send someone.
The allotment money for our people. It is safe.
Thanks again to the Phantom Rider.
Good afternoon, Carson.
How are you, gentlemen? Did the reservation allotment check out all right?
Well, it hasn't arrived yet.
What? Well, I was due here hours ago.
How is it coming?
The supply wagon from Railhead. I sent Blue Feather and some of his braves out to guard it.
Well, why them? If you thought there was any danger of a holdup, you could have had protection from the marshal.
Well, I thought it'd be a good chance to try out the men and constitute the Indian police.
Well, your intentions were good, Mr. Carson, but I'm afraid those Indian boys didn't have enough experience off the reservation. Why, if they were attacked by those hardened outlaws, they're probably dead and the money gone.
Of course, there's another possibility I hate to mention.
What's that?
Well, Indians can succumb to temptation just like white men. That was a large sum of money they were guarding.
Well, that's so. Maybe they made way with the money themselves. Carson, you better see the marshal right away.
Well, I'm afraid any way you look at it, this is the end of the Indian police.
Thank you, Mr. Carson. Sorry I'm late, but we had a little trouble on the road.
What kind of trouble did you have, Blue Feather?
Outlaws attacked us and set fire to the supply train. But we managed to beat them off and save the allotment money.
Good boy, Blue Feather.
This really proves the value of the Indian police, doesn't it, Mr. Carson?
Yes, it does. Well, I think I'll get back to the reservation.
I'd feel better if you counted the money, Mr. Carson.
I'm sure it's all there, Blue Feather.
Some trouble, Carson.
I know all about it. The money's in the bank. Thanks to your failure to stop a few Indians.
Well, we were taking care of the Indians, all right, till that Phantom Rider showed up again.
Yeah, we gotta find some way to get rid of him. Right now, the important thing's that allotment money.
Well, can't you just withdraw it for the Indians and then have it stolen before you deliver it to them?
Too risky. The government would start checking up on me. But I wouldn't be suspected if the bank was robbed.
That'll be a tough deal.
Not the way we'll set it up. Tonight you'll get your men together and you...
Being so jittery. Get the rest of the men and tell them to meet me here at the river bottom tonight. We've got to get that allotment money out of the bank before it's handed over to the Indians.
I'm a-working Sycamore Creek up panning for gold.
And you found it. Oh, congratulations, Nugget.
Oh, I ain't found nothing. Now she's done decoyed me off the trail. Where was I?
In Sycamore Creek.
Oh, yeah. I'm a-working Sycamore Creek, and along comes a couple of two fellas and starts watering the horses.
And then what?
And then along comes another critter and starts watering his horse. And he says, the horse...
Oh, well, we know it's not the horse, Nugget. Go on.
He says they is gonna rob the bank.
He did? When?
When he's watering his horse.
No, I mean, when is he going to rob the bank?
Tonight. I've been trying to tell you.
I hope I'm not too late. Okay, men, you know the play. Ride into town and whoop it up big. Keep everybody in town busy so Harry will have a chance to crack the bank.
To give Harry a hand. Keep shooting till it gets too hot for you, then head for the hideout. Hurry up and light that fuse.
Don't try it.
Let's pull out.
Phantom Rider hadn't appeared just in time, the outlaws would have cleaned out the bank.
Well, yes. I think that the Phantom Rider seems to be the only force for law and order in this district.
Don't forget the help he's had from Bluefeather and his braves.
No, I'm not forgetting them, Doctor. And I think it's about time that their efforts were rewarded by giving them the authority they would have as Indian police.
You're absolutely right, Miss Shannon.
I concur heartily. That would mean getting a petition to Congress signed. And you remember how people were intimidated when we tried it before.
But that was before the appearance of the Phantom Rider.
Yes, that's so. And I feel certain that the Phantom Rider will protect the people who sign this time.
You speak as if you were a close friend of the Phantom Rider, Miss Shannon.
Well, naturally we all feel friendly towards such a benefactor.
Of course. Suppose I draw up the petition again and leave it at the schoolhouse for the settlers to sign.
Good idea. We'll do everything we can to help you.
From the way the school teacher talked at the meeting, I feel sure she knows more about the Phantom Rider than she admits.
Well, maybe we can make her admit a little more.
Yeah, maybe we can. But I'd rather not use force. I've got a little plan in mind that might trick her into revealing who the Phantom Rider is.
Take it easy. You, get in that closet. You're coming along with me. Behave yourself and you won't get hurt.
Nugget, what goes on around here?
I was just a-finishing my chores when in walks that coyote Brady, armed to the teeth. He slams me in the closet and takes Miss Shannon away with him. You suppose she done that on purpose?
I'll tell you better in a moment.
Footprints end here. Looks like they mounted up.
Doris must have dropped this. She's probably left a trail of it for me to follow. You better stay here, Nugget.
But I'm good at trailing.
Sorry, but I have to go alone.
Lightning, I'm gonna follow that chalk trail, too. Doc will sure get in trouble without me.
Keep a sharp lookout just in case.
Okay, nobody gets by me.
Come on, get on off there. All we want you to do is tell us who the Phantom Rider is.
You're wasting your breath.
Why don't you be smart, teacher, and save yourself a lot of trouble?
I told you that you're wasting your breath.
All right, lady. I tried to give you a break. I'm going to get the boss. He has ways of making him talk that aren't so gentle.
I'll be right back dressed as the Phantom Rider, and we'll pull a fake rescue. I'll bust in, cover you, and tell her to ride on to my place. I'll follow and see where the Phantom Rider hangs out.
Hold it. You're covered. Where's Miss Shannon?
You're so smart, you find out.
I think I can.
Making an awful mistake, lady. When the boss gets through persuading people to talk, they don't look so pretty.
Unfasten your gun belt. Let it drop.
Don't shoot, mister. I'll do anything you say.
Well, I'll be doggone if it ain't the Phantom Rider yourself. Hold tight now, and I'll cut you loose. Well, you ain't the Phantom Rider. You're Brady.
You're too smart.
I'm giving you one more chance to tell me who you work for.
But you know who the boss is.
Besides, this ain't in the act.
What does he mean?
He thinks I'm Brady.
You mean you ain't?
Brady's tied up outside.
You mean I was, Mr. Phantom Rider? Drop that gun and get your hands up. All right, take his mask off.
you down there? Yes, throw me a rope.
Another one. How many Phantom Riders are there?
Hold it, Nugget. I'm the real one.
Doc, so you're him. If that don't beat a hen a scratching. Now I know who you are and I can't tell nobody. Did you find the school, Mom?
I'm over here.
What happened to you, Doris?
I got knocked down when the fight started. Oh, I'm all right now, though, Jim. I'm lucky, I guess.
So am I. We can't go on being lucky forever. Those outlaws must be stamped out, and the Indian police are the only ones who can do it. So let's get that petition for their organization signed up right now.
Congratulations. I hear the petition's all signed and sealed.
Thanks to Dr. Sterling's efforts and the protection of the Phantom Rider.
We should be very grateful to that mysterious gentleman. How do you plan on sending the petition to Washington?
We thought it would be more effective if Chief Yellow Wolf took it and made a personal appeal to Congress and the President.
Since you've endorsed the police measure so strongly, Mr. Carson, we felt sure you'd permit the chief to leave the reservation.
Well, he has my permission, all right. When does he want to leave?
Tomorrow. He could meet the stage as it passes through the reservation.
The most dangerous part of the trip is the outlaw territory between here and Railhead. Now, would you have any objections to Blue Feather and a few of his braves riding along to guard the stage?
I think it's an excellent idea. Go right ahead, Blue Feather.
Thank you, Mr. Carson. My father will appreciate it.
Don't mention it. I'm for any measure that'll bring law and order to this reservation.
Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Carson.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Well, the fat's in the fire now, all right. We could have stopped the old buzzard and nabbed the petition, but not with the stage guarded.
Well, I had to agree for appearance's sake. Same time, I saw a way out.
What's the out?
We'll decoy the guard away. When the chief takes the stage tomorrow, you'll have...
Here's the petition, Chief. I hope your trip will be successful.
I thank you, men of medicine.
Chief Yellow Wolf here is going with you to the railroad. Some of his men will ride along as guard.
Glad to have him through this stretch of outlaw country.
Goodbye, Chief.
You don't need to bother about me. I'm done for.
Who are you? What happened?
My name's Randall. I'm the stagecoach driver. Two men stopped me, and I thought they were passengers. Then they shot me and drove away with the stage.
Stage ought to be along any minute now. Remember, we attack and then retreat, so the Indians will be drawn away from the coach long enough for Dalton to kill the chief and get the petition. Understand?
But suppose the Indians won't be lured away from the coach?
I've got dynamite here. If we have to, we'll ride across country and blow up the bridge when they cross it.
That'll get our men, too.
That'll be too bad, won't it?
There it is. Wait till I give the word. Now.
Why you stop?
Because I'm going to send you to the happy hunting ground.
Hey, Ted, you keep the Indians busy. I'll take some men and try and get that Phantom Rider.
Smoke him out this way. Let's get the rifles and cleaning rods. Joe will keep him pinned down. Here, tie this to your cleaning rod.
Here, tie this to your cleaning rod. Looks like we got him. Blue Feather and his Indians. They must have got away from the men at the pass. Quick, before they see us.
You're all right. Just shaken up a bit. You'll still be able to go on to Washington with a petition.
Thanks to you, a spirit rider.
Chief Yellow Wolf en route to Washington with petition for Indian police. Survives attack on stagecoach in which Phantom Rider is wounded. Well, I can't see any wounds from here.
No, of course not. They're phantom wounds.
Probably as substantial as a rumor that's going around town.
What's the rumor?
That Dr. Jim Sterling is treating the Phantom Rider's wounds in some obscure hideout.
Good. I'm glad it's getting around.
Oh, but it's ridiculous. A man treating himself for wounds that don't even exist. How do such rumors get started?
Probably the way I started this one.
You started it?
That's right. I'm hoping it gets to the leader of the outlaws. He'll have me trailed, and I'll be able to carry out a little plan I have to uncover him.
Kind of sticking your neck away out, aren't you?
Well, it may encourage the man I'm after to stick his neck into a noose.
Have you any idea how badly wounded the Phantom Rider was?
I couldn't tell, but he was sure out cold the last I saw of him.
I just found out something confidential in town.
Well, let's have it.
The Phantom Rider's been hurt.
That's so confidential, it's in the newspaper.
But it's not in the newspaper about him being treated by Dr. Sterling.
Oh, that's better.
All we have to do is nab the doctor and make him lead us to his patient.
Now, that's the hard way. It'll be easier to trail Sterling to the Phantom Rider. When you get him, take him to the Canyon Shack. I'll meet you there in a couple of hours.
What'll I do with the doctor?
Finish him off. I don't like pill peddlers who mix in politics.
This time you'll walk right into it, Brady. I'm taking you to the marshal. He'll make you tell us who you take your orders from. Now start moving.
Feather?
He took the bait like a hungry trout.
No, if he'll only head for their hideout, we'll find out who his boss is.
Hope he doesn't discover your stratagem for trailing him.
No, I don't think he will. You better go back to your village. I'll get word to you if I need help.
Happy hunting. Where's the Phantom Rider? Oh, it was a frame-up. I'll give Carson the lowdown when I see him. Your story had better be good.
You're out of luck, partner. I ain't got a lead nickel.
What'd you start that fire for?
I just like to play with matches. Keeps me feeling young.
Yeah? Let's start walking.
Where'd you get him?
Found him at a signal fire. Keep your eye on him.
Thanks. Don't mind if I do.
Then one of our boys started blasting. I got away in the buckboard.
And the doc or someone else? Maybe the Phantom Rider was smart enough to have the old-timer trail you and send a signal.
I'll make the old coot tell who it was.
We haven't got time for that. Whoever sent him's smart enough to follow. Our play is to use the old man for bait.
Nugget. Nugget.
Tricked us.
Cover the side window and we'll have them trapped. This'll never get him. Light that hay wagon and send it down.
Wished I had a horse pistol, or even just a horse.